Hi everyone. I hope everybody's week has been really good. This week we discussed the cognitive, social, and emotional development in infancy and toddlerhood. In the lecture and discussion this week, we learned about the different ways that children learn and associate certain words with certain things in reality. The client that we have today is Maria, and she is a soon to be adoptive mother to a 19-month-old baby, a baby boy from Somalia. So the question at hand is, what advice would I give Maria regarding the cognitive, social, and emotional development of her baby? The first piece of advice that I would give her is to not panic. It says that she's really excited, but she's nervous. So I would tell her not to panic. These are things that she will learn as her child grows, and that she should just focus on getting informed so that she is aware of the many different changes and stages that her child is going to go through. So I will begin with informing Maria about each individual part of her child's development. Some important information that she should know pertaining to the cognitive development is about the sensory motor stage. This stage is from birth to age 2, which is the current stage that her child is in because he's 19 months or about to be 19 months. During this stage, the child understands the world through movements and sensations. Piaget believed that infants and toddlers think with their eyes, ears, hands, and other sensory motor equipment. During this stage, her child will learn through sucking, grasping, looking, and listening. She should also be aware of how her child will process information through adaptation and organization. Adaptation is a process of building schemes through direct interaction with their environment. And a scheme is just an organized way of making sense of experiences or the generalization of past experiences that helps us form patterns in thought. Organization is a process that occurs internally, apart from direct contact with their environment. During this time of organization, children are linking together schemes to create strong, interconnected cognitive systems. I would want her to be knowledgeable on this because it will allow her to understand how her child learns and processes information. I would also encourage Maria to speak to her child often because children during this stage attentively listen to human speech, and this can help her child when trying to form words. Also, it is important for Maria to know that emotions for children is not just expressed through facial expressions like how it is with adults. We can express a feeling or an emotion. You can tell, how they tell you look sad or look mad, or you have a facial expression. Children, instead, they express emotions through vocalization and body movement. And this can be diverse depending on the culture. So that she needs to be aware of the culture from Somalia and what he's coming from, so that she will be aware of different body movements depending on the culture that he has been experiencing for the past 19 months. By 18 to 24 months, children become firmly aware of themselves being unique individuals and separate from others. I would encourage Maria to provide her child with guidance during this time of emotional development in order for her child to understand the appropriate use of secondary emotions. The secondary emotions give way to self-conscious emotions. These emotions include guilt, shame, embarrassment, envy, and pride. I will let her know that it's normal. These feelings are normal, but how and when these feelings or emotions are portrayed is what matters. Maria's child is in the second stage of the psychosocial development. This happens between 18 months and 2 to 3 years of age. During this stage, her child may feel the need to do things independently, which may be frustrating to her. Some advice that I would give her is to give her child the freedom to explore and work independently during this stage while providing guidance, support, and security. I would remind Maria that this is an exciting time for her as a new mother, and she should pay attention to her child and his needs, while also remembering to take care of herself as well, because children pay attention to the emotions of their caregiver and the environment that they are being raised in. They tend to mirror this behavior. So if she's in a toxic environment, then the child will pick up on that and start to show those emotions themselves. So I would just tell her to pay close attention to that and make sure that she is in a stable environment so that she can portray that to her child and that he can pick up positive things and not negative things that may be happening in her environment. So those are just some things that I would give her as far as advice on what she should do with her new baby boy. Thank you all for listening to my discussion this week. I hope that it was insightful and you all got something out of it. Thank you and have a nice week.